Here's how Sara lost 30 pounds after seeing endless doctors and 7 years of dealing with weight loss resistance. She tried everything for 7 years: diet, exercise, detoxes, supplement. Nothing worked. Instead of losing weight, it just kept going up. But when we uncovered what everyone else missed, everything changed. Stay with me. I'm breaking down the 3 major mistakes Sara's past providers made, mistakes that many doctors make, keeping her stuck and blocking Sara from losing weight and feeling her best. Once we fixed them, she finally shed those 30 stubborn pounds. Here's how. In 2016, Sara gained 30 pounds in just 3 months. She did everything right: clean eating, working out, endless doctors, protocols, managing stress, but the scale wouldn't go down. Instead, her weight kept clinging up. Sara was exhausted and frustrated from constantly being hyper diligent, trying to fix her health and her weight without seeing any results. She told me, "I am putting in so much effort into my health. I just wanted to reflect my health and my weight. I feel like I have to choose between my home and my work life. I barely have the energy to function, let alone enjoy my life." And it wasn't just the weight gain. New symptoms kept piling on: chronic bloating, no energy, skin issues, just to name a few. Sara had already worked with multiple functional doctors, focusing on mold and on parasites. Sometimes she got a little bit better for a short while, but then her symptoms always came back. So the million-dollar question is, what was everyone missing? So we started by mapping out all of Sara's root causes, and it turns out there were more than her past providers had uncovered. And here's why that matters. If you're missing out on root causes, your body never gets the chance to heal. You keep getting reinfected over and over. And that's the first reason that kept Sara stuck. Her blood work revealed massive red flags: blood sugar dysregulation, constant spikes and crashing, keeping her body in fat storage mode 24/7, sky-high inflammation, one of the biggest contributors why the body holds onto stubborn fat, plus liver dysfunction and infection, keeping her drainage pathways overloaded and completely stagnant. But that wasn't all. Other tests uncovered severe leaky gut. Her gut lining was destroyed, allowing toxins to flood her system. High sensitivity to dairy, wheat, and eggs. Sara was unknowingly triggering inflammation by eating healthy foods every single day. A toxin overload, a combination of mycotoxins, heavy metals, and environmental toxins. And here's something most people don't realize: the body stores toxins in fat cells to keep them from damaging your organs. No amount of dieting or exercise will remove this weight unless you address the toxicity first. Then, her gut tumor showed an overgrowth of pathogenic bacteria, causing high gut inflammation along with super low microbiome diversity, which is directly tied to rapid weight gain. It turns out Sara had a habit of eating the same foods on repeat. So, besides getting out the bad bugs, we helped her introduce a wider variety to restore balance and selectively stimulate the good microbiome. Then we found something huge. Her metabolism was completely stalled. High leptin resistance, aka her brain wasn't getting the signal to burn fat. High insulin resistance, aka her body was stuck in fat storage mode. And last but not least, super low adiponectin, aka her body's ability to burn fat was nearly shut off. At this point, it was crystal clear: Sara's body was fighting against her. There was one more crucial discovery. Sara didn't test positive for parasites, and her infection markers came back clear. But her symptoms told a different story. Everything pointed towards a severe parasitic infection. So, instead of throwing random detoxes, diets, and supplements at her, like her past providers, we mapped out true root causes and then we addressed them in the right order. We opened her detox pathways so her body could finally eliminate the toxins. Then we balanced her blood sugar and inflammation levels. We cleared out her parasitic infection, and in fact her parasitic infection was so severe that standard dosing barely did anything for her. We went very aggressive, and that's when we saw big changes. We restored her gut health and microbiome diversity, and after only 2 months, things finally started to shift. Weight started to come off, her energy skyrocketed, and other symptoms gradually faded. But then, 10 months in, we hit an unexpected twist. At this point, all of Sara's symptoms had disappeared, except some lingering weight. And then she told me something she had never shared before. Sara said, whenever I leave the house, I run back inside to check, is the oven off? Is the hair iron off? Is the toilet flushed? For me, this was a huge clue. OCD-like tendencies are a major red flag for Lyme disease. And Lyme disease is one of the most misdiagnosed conditions out there. And here's why this mattered. Lyme disease can directly cause weight gain. It disrupts metabolism and fat-burning hormones. It triggers chronic inflammation, keeping the body in fat storage mode, and it weakens the mitochondria, leading to extreme fatigue and a sluggish metabolism. So, we know exactly what we had to do. We went after Lyme and its co-infections, and voila, something incredible happened. Not only did her OCD-like symptoms disappear, but the last weight finally fell off. So fast forward to today, Sara is 30 pounds down, she's in her dream body. She told me she has superhuman energy and finally feels like herself again. This is what happens when you address true root causes in the right order. If you're stuck like Sara was, it is not your fault. The weight gain, the bloating, the exhaustion, the skin issues, it all has a root cause. Just because your past doctors didn't find it doesn't mean it is not there.